Hi guys, my name is Leora and welcome back to my channel. Today's episode is my Illuminae Files reading vlog. I hope you enjoy. Hi guys, it's Monday evening. Today was a really busy day at work, so I did not manage to do any vlogging during the day today. But I did actually manage to start on some book sleeve orders. I worked on some book sleeves for about an hour to an hour and a half after work. I also managed to finish The Giver of Stars by Jojo Moyes on audiobook. I really enjoyed it and I'm really excited to get into some other audiobooks now. We have just had supper and we are settling down for the evening. I see Garrett is in front of the PC. I think he is building a new PC or building a new component for the PC. I'm not quite sure. So that gives me the perfect opportunity to do some vlogging tonight. Guys, so a quick reading update before I go to bed. I got about 50 pages in. It's really easy to get into the story. I really like it so far. If sci-fi is not your genre, I understand why people do recommend this, because there isn't really that many confusing parts. You don't get lost in the story at all. Even the formatting is very easy to follow. I did try to play the audiobook as well while reading along. I found that the audiobook slows me down quite a bit. I did adjust the reading speed of the audiobook, but none of it is quite sufficient. So I will probably listen to the audiobook separately and read the book separately and not maybe do the two together. I did go back a couple of times because I was looking at dates and time, so I'm getting into the story. I really like Ezra's character. There hasn't been much of Katie in the first 50 pages. Yes, so that's how far I got today. Then I am also reading Nevermore by Jessica Townsend. I started this one somewhere over the, actually even before the weekend. Sorry, I just noticed my fairy lights are still on. I need to switch those off. Sorry, so I started Nevermore before the weekend and it's going really slow. I'm not really getting into it. I feel like I am in reading limbo at the moment. I am focusing on my read along, but I am waiting desperately for House of Earth and Blood. So it's distracting me from focusing on other books because I don't want to get too deep into other books right now, because that book is going to take a couple of days to read and I'm probably going to have a massive hangover from that book. Fairy Loot announced last week that they are announcing something special this coming week or during the course of this week, and they've been putting out teasers. They put out a teaser again today to say that watch the space, we're announcing something special this week. So Sandra says she thinks it is a special edition box of Serpent and Dove. I am hoping for a special edition box of House of Earth and Blood, of Crescent City. So yeah, Fairy Loot, please, I need to know what's going on. I need to know what you're announcing because I am so excited. That's it for my reading update. I am going to try and read a little bit of Nevermore now before I go to bed and see how far I get. And then hopefully today I will be vlogging during the day as well, depending on how work goes and how the day goes. But yes, that's it for me for today. Night, guys. Hi guys, it's Wednesday afternoon. I am getting ready to make some book sleeves and to listen to my audiobook. I did not manage to get any reading done yesterday for the read along, so I am going to catch up today. I started The Bear and the Nightingale on audiobook yesterday. February is the anniversary of me finishing this trilogy last year, and I absolutely adore this trilogy, so I am doing an annual reread every year, or I'm planning to. Let's see how it goes. Yes, and like I said, I will be continuing with the read-along reading today. If it looks weird that my Bookstagram flat lay is behind me, there is a whiteboard behind me with customer information and some personal information, and I just wanted to cover and protect that. I will chat to you soon then. Hi guys, a quick reading update before I go to bed. I am on page 142. I am really enjoying this book. It is quite a fast read. There's nothing slow paced about this book at all. Really enjoying the story. I wouldn't necessarily say it's a fun story. There's some really serious aspects to this book. There's some serious topics to be discussed in this book, but it is a really, really good book. I am listening to the audiobook as well. Not listening to the audiobook and reading the actual book at the same time, like I mentioned before. But today I'm mostly listening to the audiobook, and the narration is really, really good. My favorite part so far is the dialogue and the conversation between Ezra and McNulty. They're making me giggle. I'm really enjoying that. They are pretty foul-mouthed. Like a couple of times I'm going, yo. But it's funny. It's boys. It's boys talking to each other. I don't know how much I'm gonna be able to do tomorrow. It's another hectic day tomorrow. I got quite far with book sleeves orders today. I think tomorrow I've got 2 left, and then Friday is shipping day. Yay! So that's exciting. And then March open period is the first 2 weeks in March, and then shipping date in March is the 27th of March. So just make sure that you know the open period and the shipping date each month. They are on the Bookshelf Experience Instagram page, so that you are not disappointed with any orders. I also got some people that have been asking me which book subscription boxes I ordered in February. So in February I only ordered Fairy Loot. I did not order the bookcase, and I did not order Illuminae Crate. I compared Fairy Loot and Illuminae Crate with the themes and what a bookish merchandise would be included and where they drew inspiration from, and I researched the books, and I decided that I would go for Fairy Loot because March is a really, really exciting month for book subscription boxes, and I wanted to save money because I think in March there might be a couple of extra that I want. I also did not order the February the bookcase. It is the house edition of Harry Potter, the next one, and I'm actually collecting second-hand copies of all the Harry Potter books, the original paperbacks and the house edition, so I didn't get the B case, which is also fine because it is helping me save a little bit money towards March. With regards to my Owl Crate, December and January, those boxes have not arrived. I am going to see if I can email them tomorrow and just ask if there's anything that they can do for me, if there's any way they can help me track down these boxes. The December one I really wanted for the book. The January one, I just am a little bit sad that I forked out the money and neither one has arrived. So that's tomorrow's problem. Then I mentioned that Fairy Loot was supposed to make a a very exciting announcement, and they said that they would do it later in the week, and when it's Wednesday and technically it's later and they haven't made the announcement. And Sandra and I keep checking their Instagram page like every hour, and every time we get a notification that Fairy Loot has posted something, we like go onto Instagram and we're texting each other and there's a new post, but no, it's not that. And a new email comes through from Fairy Loot, and we think, okay, this is it, and then no, it's not that. So Fairy Loot has not made the announcement yet, so at this rate we're probably only going to know what it is on Friday, and I don't know what it is, and I just want to know. I just need to know so badly. Come on, Fairy Loot, tell us. So yes, that is where I am. I am going to get ready for bed and then see if I can read a little bit more of Morrigan Crow, just to relax a little bit before bed. Alright, book lovers, I hope you have an amazing rest of the week. I will chat to you soon. Hi guys, it's Sunday evening and I haven't shared a reading update with you in a couple of days, and I thought let me quickly check in before I go to bed. We are in Cape Town. We arrived yesterday and the wind is currently really hectic outside, so if you can hear the wind in the background, it's not some weird bad quality mic, it's just the waves and the wind and just general Cape Town weather, which is quite normal for Cape Town. So I am about halfway and oh my god, I love this book so much. Oh. So yesterday on the plane, I spent the entire flight reading and listening on the audiobook, and the flight was delayed, so we sat on the plane for about 45 minutes before it actually took off. There was some turbulence, and then we landed about 2 hours later. So I probably got about 3 hours reading done, and I was completely lost in the book. I was just so lost in the story. I was so lost in the book, and every time they made an announcement, I got so annoyed. I'm like, shh, I'm reading. Can you guys just shut up? Because I'm reading my book. You're interrupting me. And at one stage, Garrett elbowed me, and because he was laughing at me, I didn't notice there was the page. If you've read the book, where you sort of have to turn the book and turn, and I was like reading, and he's like, people are gonna look at you funny, and I'm like, I don't care, everyone has to read this book, it's so good. So yes, I'm really enjoying it, and I'm probably gonna be finishing it soon. So some of the topics that we've been discussing on the read along is obviously Katie and Ezra broke up before the attack on Karenza, and we are discussing if the attack didn't happen, whether they would get back together or if they would actually go their separate paths. We discussed the topic about AIs making decisions, and is that sort of like a future is that something that people have thought about, that could actually be realistically our future as well. And there was something else, I can't remember now, maybe it will come to mind. I am, and I know this sounds really weird, and maybe I'm literally the only person that does this, but I'm shipping Byron and Katie just like a teeny tiny little bit, like they just, and I know that's not how the story goes, and I know that's not going to happen, but yes, I really like his character. He's funny, and he is like sort of, he's just one of my favorite characters. I really like him. The whole concept of the book and the plot of the book is really, it's not a new concept. We've seen so many movies made about it, and I'm sure there's lots of other books about on the same concept. It's just that Amie and Jay have such a unique way of telling the story, and it's portrayed in such a unique way that it just makes everything so enjoyable, and the writing is so smooth. Like you just get lost in it completely. I'm loving this book so much. I cannot wait for the second book. I cannot wait to finish this one and start the second book and continue with the story. And I know because I'm about halfway, like things are really going to get hectic right now because all the action is going to start now, and I just have a suspicion that this book is going to break me a little bit and that I might be suffering from a hectic hangover after this book, which I'm sort of nervous about because Crescent City is arriving not this coming week, next week. And yeah, so there's some really exciting things coming up and I'm pretty excited about that. We spent the day with the family today, and I don't know if you can hear it in my voice, but usually a day spent with so many people for me it is really exhausting. We had such a good time. We really had a lot of fun seeing everyone, and we don't realize with them living in Cape Town and us in Joburg how much we miss them until we see them again. So it was a really nice day and so much fun to see them, but I am exhausted. It was just, people take it out of me a lot. It is a lot for me to interact and engage in such a big social gathering. So I'm feeling a bit puffy and I feel like I just need some downtime tonight and maybe possibly tomorrow and some self-care. So I'm probably going to do that tonight and tomorrow, just focus on some downtime and self-care and self-love. One other thing is I actually am really getting into Morrigan Crow. I mentioned the previous time that I am a little bit of a reading limbo because I'm waiting for House of Earth and Blood, and I got quite far today when we got home. I'm about halfway now. I don't know, it's an interesting story. I can't say that I'm enjoying the story. I'm enjoying the world building quite a bit and the magical aspects of the books and the fantastical aspects of the books. So I'm enjoying that, but the story for me is quite, I don't know if sad is the right word. I think I'm feeling frustrated because she's got all these questions, and there's just this thing about in books, and I suppose that's how you write a story or an intense story, and she's got all these questions and no one seems to answer her questions. So I'm getting very frustrated on her behalf, and I'm like, okay, but we need more information here. Can you just give us more information? And the whole concept of all these children having to participate in the trials, but only like really a little handful gets chosen, and I don't know if that is something that I relate to or find enjoyable. It's almost like and maybe something in the story will still change. Maybe there's still stuff that's going to happen that I'm just not aware of, that when it happens it will make sense to me. But it's almost like, okay, but if you're not special then you're not good enough, or if you're not good enough then you can't have family and friends and have this close knit group of people. And I don't know if I'm vibing too much with it. I've heard amazing things about this book and the second book, and maybe I just need to read a little bit more, which I am going to read a little bit more, but maybe the story still needs to unfold a bit more for me to understand what's going on, or to have a better outlook on the story. So other than my reading update, I have a really funny great story to share with you guys, and I am waiting for the December box and the January box, which should be arriving soon, and then I will share my really funny story with you guys. So yes, that will also only happen when I'm home. And then I was talking about the Fairy Loot announcement. Yeah, it was just, they made the announcement on Friday, and I can't even remember the author's name now, but it's a well-known author, but it's not books that I've read because it's not really my jam. Oh, the author of the Divergent series. So yes, I know it's a really popular series, and I know that a lot of people like it, and she wrote a new book, and Fairy Loot is bringing out a special edition of the new book. So that will probably be up on the site soon. So that was an announcement on Friday, and we both were like, oh, okay, yeah, moving along. So the whole week of anticipation was basically for nothing. So Sandra says she did enjoy the books, but we both sort of agreed that yes, it's nice, and I really like the stenciled pages. It's got really, really nice stenciled pages, but it's not something that I would spend money for a special edition, which on the one hand I was sort of disappointed, and on the other hand I was very relieved, because that means that there are other subscription boxes that I can possibly look at in March. So yes, my wallet's thanking me a lot. That is me. I hope you guys have an amazing week, and I'll chat to you soon. Bye. Hi guys, it is Sunday evening and we are back at home. We did have a really lovely trip to Cape Town, but I am happy to be home. I'm happy to see my doggos. I am happy to sleep in my own bed tonight. Tomorrow is back to work and back to normal routine, and sometimes it's just nice to get back into normal routine. I quickly wanted to check in with you guys because I want to wrap up my reading vlog for the Illuminae Files. Illuminae Files. Oof, Sunday night words are hard. And also a quick general reading update. So I finished Where the Forest Meets the Stars. That's that one. By Glendy van der Rohe. This book, the first sentence grabs you and you get sucked into this book. I finished the book in 2 days. It was such an enjoyable read. I really, really liked it. It is definitely a holiday type of read. It was like a last minute sort of addition to my February wrap up. And then I need to close off my reading vlog. So I finished this beauty. It's so beautiful. On, I think it was Thursday or Friday. And I've just been working through what I felt at the end and what I experienced during the book. And I think a lot of what I thought I probably have already forgotten, and I will probably remember it later. But this book was amazing. I absolutely loved this book, and I want to kick myself for not picking it up sooner. I already bought the second one. I already bought Gemini. With Illuminae, this book, just, there is so much humanity in this story, and it's sci-fi, and it's pure sci-fi. There is no fantasy, and it is clean. I say clean in the sense that yes, there's a lot of swearing, but it was refreshing not to have intimacy scenes. I don't know, I enjoy intimacy scenes as much as the next person, but I enjoyed that there weren't any in this book. This book was all about the survival of these people, the survival of humanity, and the AI played such a big role in that, and the decisions of leaders played such a big role in that. The format of the book, data files, it's CCTV footage, it's interviews, so first-hand experience. So this format is very different in the sense that you do not know what the characters are thinking, and you do not know what the characters are feeling. Everything that you know is from either someone telling you what they saw or someone telling you what they did. So all the emotions are portrayed in the actions and the decisions of the characters. And for authors to elicit so much depth and humanity and reaction from readers with this format, I cannot think of another author that can do that. It's absolutely amazing, and it blew my mind. You live in this world that the authors have created with these characters, and you try to put yourself in their shoes, and you try to think to yourself, oh, what would I do in this situation? And I love books like that. I love books that challenge me to think, what if it was me? What would I do if it was me? And would I react the same? Would I do that the same? Would I feel the same that you think that they are feeling? Do I agree with the decisions that they're making? Do I agree with the plans that they are making? Words fail me, because you have to read the book to understand how good it is. You have to read the book to understand these characters. And in the beginning, it was a lot of Ezra, and not so much about Katie. And then later on, it became all about Katie, and I loved that. There was some scenes that I listened to exclusively on Audible, and there were scenes where I listened to Audible and I read the actual book, and then there were scenes where I only read the book. And I can tell you that it doesn't matter in what format you read or listen to this book, it is going to touch you irrespective of the format, just in the way that the concept was put together. I can gush on over and over, but I don't think my Sunday evening vocabulary is really helping me a lot with portraying how much I really like this book. I did also want to thank everyone that joined the read along with me. I'm so grateful to each and every person. Just the fact that you guys joined a read along that I was hosting means the world to me. And yes, I'm definitely doing it again in future, and I will be telling you guys when I do it again. I hope that you guys have an amazing week ahead. I will be chatting to you throughout the week. I am definitely going to do some self-care now, because it is Sunday and I do need it after the holiday. Know when you're on holiday, there is a lot of outside and there's a lot of sun and bad eating habits, and yes, I need self-care. My hair needs self-care, my skin needs self-care, and I need some reading time as well. So yes, I'll chat to you guys soon, and I hope you have a great evening. Bye.